Hi everyone, it's Kelly. Today we're going to work on some balancing postures, and we're also going to work on opening up the hips. So we'll do a short warm-up and then we'll dive right into some balancing. So roll out your mat. Let's get started. We'll begin in a tabletop pose today. So ground down through the knuckle mounds, the base of each finger. And we'll start just with some nice rock side to side and forward and back. Nice fluid movements as you, kind of like you're going into child's pose and then back up to tabletop. And then we'll switch directions, reverse. Good. And find some stillness here. Come back into your child's pose for a moment. And then come all the way up, let the hips sink down, open the chest, baby cobra. So taking this nice fluid motion here back to child's pose, and then let the hips melt down, chest comes forward for your cobra. Child's pose, and then come back to your tabletop. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts, bend the knee, and we'll just take some hip circles here, warming up. And reverse directions. Good. Switch out the leg, right leg plants, left leg rises, bend the knee. Take some hip circles. Waking up the synovial fluid, let's switch directions, between the joints. Good. And then bring the foot back down. Awesome. Let's crawl the feet forward. Gaze comes forward. Forward fold. And then nice and slowly come all the way up to your mountain pose. Good. Feet come together. Inhale, arms come high. Grab a hold of the right wrist. Take a tilt over to the right. And come back to center, grab a hold of the right wrist, take it over to the left. And then come all the way up. Interlace the palms behind the lower back, extend the arms straight, gentle back bend. And then keep the interlace as you bend the knees, hinge forward, forward fold. Let the arms rise off the lower back. Good. Bring the hands back down to the back and then to the mat. And then we'll rise up, chair pose. Breathe. Exhale. I'm going to call this skiers. Come up onto your tippy toes. You can find your mudra here of your index finger and your thumb. So we're balancing. And then sweep the arms up to your chair pose. Exhale back to your skier. Ooh, working the quads today. Inhale up. One more time, exhale back. Come up onto the tippy toes. Good, chair pose. And then rise to stand. Beautiful. Hands come to heart center. Focus your gaze out in front of you on something that's not moving. And then shift all the way into the left foot. Find your stork pose, get light in the right. Good. We're going to bring the right knee out towards the right. Bring it back into stork. Bring it out to the right. Bring it back into stork. Nice. From here, moving into our warrior three, right leg comes back. Breathe. It's okay if you're not in capital T yet. You can keep a little bend in the left knee to help. We're very early right now in our balancing, so be kind to yourself. Come back up to your stork. Find a twist here. Left hand comes to the right outer leg. Right arm opens up into a T. Breathe. Whoop. Good. Come back up. Stork pose, hands at heart center. Release the foot down. Good. Give it a little break here. Shift the weight into the right foot. Stork pose on the left. Nice. Bring the left knee out towards the left. Then bring it in. Bring it towards the left. Bring it in. One more. Towards the left. Bring it in. And then start to send the left foot backwards. Warrior three. Straighten through the leg. Notice if the left hip is coming upwards, and try to square off the hips, so bring it down. You can keep your left toes pointed towards the mat to help with this. Then we'll come all the way back up to our stork pose. You've got this. Keep going. One more. Right hand to the outer thigh. Twist it open. Breathe. And then come all the way back. Hands at heart center. Relax. Nice. Mountain pose. Shake it out. Arms come high. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. We'll bend the left knee, tent the left fingertips on the mat. Inhale, right arm reaches high. You can take the half bind here if you want to wrap the right arm behind the lower back. Maybe one day find the hip crease. And then come out of it. Extend the arm high and then plant the right fingertips down. Straighten the left leg, bend the right. Open up, find your twist. Perhaps finding your half bind. And inhale. Exhale, down, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Step the left foot between the hands. Spin the right heel down, heel to arch alignment. Cartwheel the hands up, warrior two. So take a peek down, find your footing. Left knee's rotating outwards towards the left. Nice, strong, straight arms. Gaze over the left middle finger. Building strength here. Inhale, straighten the front leg, gaze high, straighten the arms. Exhale, back to your warrior two. Flowing this movement out just for a few breaths. Because it feels good, why not? Good, land in your warrior two, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. If you'd like to take the half bind, you can. Reach the right arm behind you. Come back to your warrior two, left forearm to the left thigh. Reach up and over with the right arm. Super strong, straight right arm. Press into the left thigh. So we're lifting up, we're not sinking down. You should feel a nice yummy stretch along the whole right side body. Good. Come back up to your warrior two, straighten the front leg. Reach through the left fingertips, send the right hip back, triangle pose. Breathe. From here, bring your hand to your right hip. Bend the left knee, scooch the right foot in some. Left hand tense in front of the left foot, moving into our half moon pose. So whatever that is looking like for you, try to stack the right hip over the left, the right shoulder over the left. Keep the gaze on the floor to help with balance. Maybe the right arm reaches towards the sky. Good, listen closely. Right hand comes back down to the mat. Square off in the hips. So we're like in our warrior three right now. But the hands are on the ground, supported. Start to send the head down. Reach the right leg high. You can bring the left hand behind the left calf. Breathe. We're standing split here. Not easy. Good. From here, listen closely. Bring the hands to heart center. So get light. And we're going to rise up into our warrior three. And then all the way back up. Stork pose. Lower the foot back down. Nice. Hopefully the heart is pumping. You're feeling that. And if you fall out, it's all good. Because balance is all about learning how your body moves, how to balance your body, how to engage those muscles that help provide us stability. And a lot of them are all right in here. So, engage through your core. Inhale up. Exhale, back, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step it back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Good. Shorten your downward facing dog so your feet can plant, or mostly plant on the mat. Get light in the left hand rather. Bring it to the outside of the right leg and find a little twist to the right here. So see if you can twist the upper body. Maybe gaze under the right arm. And then we'll switch it out. Left hand plants, get light in the right hand. Right hand comes to the outside of the left calf or anywhere on the leg really, trying to find a little twist. Good, then find your downward facing dog once again. Awesome. Inhale, this time right leg lifts. Step it up. Spin the left heel down, cartwheel up, warrior two. Find your feet, adjust your spacing if you need to. Notice if you're popping your hip out and really scoop the hip under and down. We want the hips level here. Breathe. Inhale to straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Exhale to bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten. And exhale, bend and hold. Flip the front palm, reach a little forward, take it back. Reverse your warrior. You can reach around for the half bind if you'd like. And then come forward for your side angle pose. Right forearm finds the right thigh. Get long through the left side body. One long line of energy from your left foot to your left fingertips. Can you spin the heart a little more towards the ceiling? Good, come back up. Warrior two, straighten the front leg. Get long, moving into our triangle pose when you find your edge. Right hand come towards the shin, the thigh, the floor, wherever you are. Rotate the right thigh under. Stack the left hip over the right. Good, moving into our half moon, you know where we're going. Left hand comes to the left hip. You can scooch the left foot in some. And right hand plants down. Start to rise the left leg, gaze at the floor. Stack the left hip over the right. I like to flex through my left toes, so bringing them towards my shin. Left arm reaches. And then both hands plant down, square off in the hip. Left hip comes down. Moving into our standing split. You can keep the hands on the mat, or the right hand comes behind the left or the right thigh. And if you're shaking like me, that's totally fine. All right, now for our challenge. You know where we're going. You can bend the standing leg. Bring one hand up. Bring the other hand up. Warrior three. And then come all the way up. Stork pose. And lightly step out of the pose. Nice. From here, we'll just take a big wide step out on our mat. So do something a little different to stretch in a different way, our hips. So toes point out, heels point in towards each other, arms in a cactus position. Exhale, find your goddess pose here. Breathe. Good, and then straighten the legs. Hands come to the hips. This time, make the feet parallel with the short edge of the mat. Keep the shoulder blades drawing towards each other. Nice flat back. And we'll hinge at the hips. And we'll fold forward. Inhale, halfway left. We'll crawl it over to the left, Skandasana. Straighten through the right leg, bend the left knee. And then crawl it over to the right. Yes. If you'd like to play with balance here, you can lift the palms as you go left to right. See if you can plant the sole of the foot down when you bend the knee. But if you're not feeling it, you can definitely leave your hands down. I feel like I do that most of the time because I like the added support. Good. Next time you crawl over towards the left, find your lizard lunge. So scooch the left heel over to the left foot to the left. Straighten through the right leg and then lower the back knee, shin, and foot down. Find a little balance here as well. So rock the hips side to side. Try to keep the chest nice and long. Good, and then if it feels good, you can come down to the forearms. You're welcome to just stay high though. We'll only be here a minute. Transition to our fun balance. Okay, so if you came to the forearms, come back up. Tuck the toes under to rise the back knee. And you can stay right here. Or see if you can work the left shoulder underneath the left thigh. And then rotate the arm close to the body so that it comes towards your lower back. It's not going to rest on your lower back. It'll be close to it though. And then get light in the right hand. See if you can grab a hold and clasp your palms. And if you're like, nope, then that's okay. Just work your high lunge, your high lizard lunge. Breathe. Neck is neutral. Good, and release. Step it back. Child's pose for a moment. Oftentimes when we think of balancing, I think of balancing on one foot. That's an example where you're balancing on 2 feet, but your hands are occupied. And it's a lot of work, a lot of effort. Good. Come back up towards your tabletop. Press it back, downward facing dog. Just switching to the other side. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Step it to the outside of the right hand. Lower the back knee, shin, and foot down, lizard lunge. So start off with some nice gentle rocks. Yeah, it feels good. Looking up the hip flexor more. Good, if you'd like to move onto your forearms, you can. Or just stay where you are. I still like to do little rocks, because it feels good. Lizard pose is such a great pose anyways, especially if you do a lot of sitting at a desk all day. It can feel really nice. Okay, here we go. You know what's coming. All right, tuck the back toes under, rise the back knee. You can stay here and work the hips down, or take your shoulder, see if you can get it as far under the right thigh as you can. I mean, I'm kind of scooching my hips up some to get it under there, but eventually I'm going to lower my hips back down. Okay, once you're in as far as you can, take your hand, internally rotate it around the thigh. Get light in the left hand. Gaze towards the mat. Gaze forward. See if you can interlace the hands. I like to take my fingertips and then just connect them right there. And lower the hip down a little. You're working. And when you're ready, carefully come out. Step it back, this time downward facing dog. Lower the knees back down. Nice job, nice job. And we'll come to our seat. Stack the right knee over the left. Find your cow face legs. If that doesn't feel very good, you can adjust the heels. Maybe the left heel comes closer to the glute. Maybe you extend the left leg out in front of you. But just take a moment. Breathe. Close the eyes. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, arms come high. Twist to the left. And we'll just rotate, switch out the cross of the knees here for your cow face legs. Take a moment here, close the eyes. Breathe. Inhale, arms are high, twist it over to the left. Inhale, high. Take it over to the right. Good. From here, come back towards your mat, facing the normal way. Arms extend long in front of you, and we'll lower to our backs. Good. When you arrive, feet plant on the mat, and we'll set up for a bridge pose. Palms are by the hips. Inhale, lift the hips, press into the feet. Perhaps you walk one shoulder underneath, and then the other. Keep lifting the hips. You can interlace the hands here if that feels good, and straighten the arms. Take a few breaths. Good. Lower the hips back down. Windshield wiper the legs, let one knee drop in, then the other. One knee, and the other. Good, and from here, bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees open up wide. Supta Baddha Konasana, and close your eyes. When you're ready, bring one leg out and the other leg. Extend it long on the mat as we take just another couple breaths in Shavasana. And when you're ready, start to awaken the body, the fingertips, the ankles. Find your way to a comfortable seat as we close out our practice today. Bring your hands to heart center. Close the eyes. Take a long inhale through the nose. Deep exhale through the nose. Namaste, friends.